Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear student, Assalamu alaikum. This is your Iqbal sir, and this is my fifth video on periodic motion. Already I have given 4 videos on this topic. In this video, we will discuss about simple pendulum. Here a figure of simple pendulum is given, which consists of a thread, and this is the point mass, which is called the bob. Okay, so parts of the simple pendulum are length of the thread and mass of the bob. Definition of simple pendulum: an ideal pendulum consisting of a point mass suspended by a weightless, inextensible, perfectly flexible thread and free to vibrate without friction. I repeat again, an ideal pendulum consisting of a point mass suspended by a weightless, inextensible, perfectly flexible thread and free to vibrate without friction. Mass of the bob: we can use metal ball as the bob. Here as a bob we used a metal ball. Here a figure is given where 3 metal ball here. These metal ball are different size and shape. Okay, we can use metal ball as the bob. Length: here length of the thread. This is the length of the thread. What is the length? The length of a simple pendulum is the distance between the point at which it is hung from the stand and the center of the bob. The length of a simple pendulum is the distance between the point from which it is hung or suspended to the distance between center of mass. The distance between center of mass of the bob and the point which it is suspended or hung. This is the length of the pendulum. That is, length of the pendulum equal to the length of the thread plus radius of the bob, because length of the pendulum equal to the sum of the length of the thread plus center of mass, that is radius of the bob. Okay, this is the length of the pendulum. Factors of simple pendulum. Number 1, oscillation. Number 2, equilibrium position. Number 3, amplitude. Number 4, period. Number 5, frequency. Number 1, oscillation. Number 2, equilibrium position. Number 3, amplitude. Number 4, period. Number 5, frequency. Number 1, oscillations. What is the oscillation? Oscillation is the to and fro motion of the pendulum about a fixed point. Okay, this is the pendulum. If it's oscillate to and fro like that, then the motion is called the oscillation. And the bob completes one oscillations when it swings from O to B, then to A and returns to O. That is, if it swings from O to B, then go to again A, again return to the position O, then it complete one oscillation. I repeat again, if the bobs swing from O to B, then O to A, then returns to again in the position of O, then it complete one oscillation. Equilibrium position. When the pendulum is at rest, it is said to be in equilibrium. When pendulum is at rest, it is said to be in equilibrium. Here in the figure, O is the equilibrium position, because in this position pendulum remain at rest. The position O is the equilibrium position in the figure. Amplitude. What is the amplitude? The maximum displacement of the bob from the equilibrium position is its amplitude. This is the maximum displacement from its equilibrium position. Here maximum displacement is this position, and this position is the amplitude. The maximum displacement of the bob from the equilibrium position. This is the amplitude of a pendulum. Period. What is the period? The time taken for one oscillation is the period. The time taken for one oscillation is the period. The time taken for a definite number of oscillations, that is T, number of oscillation, and that is the time taken for one oscillation is the period, equal to time taken for a definite number of oscillation T divided by number of oscillation, that is T equal to small t by n. Here capital letter T is the period and T is the time taken for a definite number of oscillation, and n is the number of oscillation. Frequency. What is the frequency? Frequency is the number of oscillation per second. What is the frequency? Frequency is the number of oscillation per second, that is f equal to n by t. Here n is the number of oscillation, and t is the time. Here, n is the number of oscillation, and we know that the unit of frequency equal to cycle per second or hertz. For more topic, see my next video. Till then, Allah Hafiz.